Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back. I am going to run some errands today, so I thought I would bring you with me. It is dreary and not so sunny here in Connecticut. It's kind of gross. And I had to go to my mom's, or I have to go to my mom's. I'm heading to my mom's so excuse the lighting. It kind of really sucks here. But I have to go to my mom's because I have to bring her grocery shopping. Because they came home from Arizona only to find that her car was dead. Like, it needed, her turbo went, so it needed like $6,000 worth of work. And they're not willing to put it, put that into it. So she needs a new car. My dad's battery was dead. Even though we had gone over there, oh, this light is just horrible. It's not working with me today. Is that any better? No, not really. Anyway, so his battery was dead, even though we had gone over there like 3 times or something like that. And I hope this isn't shaking on you guys. This is supposed to, I just got a new dock station. It's supposed to be like no vibration. I don't know. We'll see. It looks like it's shaking, which is going to drive me crazy. So his battery was dead, so he had to get a new battery. So they only have one car, so he's out, what do you call it? Car shopping, looking at cars, and she has to go to the grocery store. And I actually had to go to the grocery store anyway. So I said, okay, I hate grocery shopping, so what best to bring your mother with you? So I posted a video. It's actually uploading, and it's taking forever to upload. I'm not quite sure why that is, but yeah, it's not actually taking forever to upload. Hold on. Nope. I was gonna try to fix this. Screw this in tighter. Screw it in, Chris. Okay. There. No, it's not vibrating. I had to screw the little screwy thing on the back. You know, the screwy thing? The screwy thing on the back. So, she had to go grocery shopping anyway, and I figured, like I said, I hate grocery shopping. I can't stand it. But we've been without groceries for quite a while. I cannot keep groceries in the house. You guys, let me know if, on this video, if you have 2 men in your life, if it's hard for you to keep groceries in the house. Because for me, it's impossible. Like, it's kind of crazy. I'm on this special diet, so I really don't eat anything. Like, I have to stock up on my soups and stuff like that. But other than that, like, and my almond milk. But other than that, like, I really don't eat that much. So my diet is limited or whatever. So I find that, like, I'm buying lunch foods for lunches for Marin for work. And it's just, God forbid I buy him like some trail mix or something to go into his lunchbox at night. He's always pulling it out and snacking on it, and it just drives me insane. Like, that's supposed to be for lunches, I don't know. But anyway, so, and Dante's doesn't really eat that much either. Like, he'll have dinner and maybe he'll have a snack, But we had nothing. So yesterday we had to go to Boston Market and get some stuff. And, I posted a video. It was a rant video. You guys know me and my rants. I was going to do a vendor spotlight video. I'm going to do that either today or tomorrow when I get the chance. But it ended up being it's a rant video / Jamboree nail party, like what I received from my nail party from Jamboree. And we're going under a bridge, guys, so that's what the deal is. And there's a guy right in back of me who, of course, won't let me in. I love drivers. Love them. Not really. So instead of, like, I was like, oh, this is going to be a vendor spotlight video. Chris, like, it's just so ridiculous. So, like, it's going to be a vendor spotlight video. And then I was like, you know what? No, it's not. Because I started ranting, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to take away from the vendor spotlight video, so I'll just rant, because I just felt like ranting. So it was just one of those days. And But one thing I forgot to put in there that I really, really want, which is kind of crazy. I'm such a child. It's so ridiculous. I have someone sending me a glowworm. If you guys remember that, those things, those glowworms. Oh my God, it's so funny. You know, they're just a little lightning bug, whatever, doll or whatever, and then you squeeze it, and it would light up. I'm so sleeping with this thing, and I know Mary's gonna think I'm absolutely insane, but I used to have a monkey that I used to sleep with all the time, and I don't know what happened to it. I have no idea where it went. So I'm gonna be sleeping with this glowworm, but not only does this glowworm, they're like new and improved now, because not only does it glow, you know, when you squeeze it, you got the little nightlight thingy or whatever, which would probably get annoying at night, but it has one of those music boxes in it that plays like lullabies and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I am like, oh, I wish I could turn that thing up to like super duper, like stereo, whatever, mega bass level, because maybe it would drown out Marin snoring, but probably not. On a little kid's toy. I don't think that's going to happen. But, so I'm getting that, which, it was so funny, because one of my friends on Facebook had posted it and said, you know, this needs a new home or whatever. I was like, oh my God, a glowworm, I want one of those. Like, I used to have them when I was little. Oh my God. Like, you know, you'd think I'd get it for my grandson, right? No. Of course, he would probably think it's babyish because he's 4. Because everything's like, no, that's babyish. No, no, no. Like, you know, I'm 4. Like, he's just, no, that's too babyish. So I was like, you know, so she offered it to me. I was like, no. I said, you know, would I love it? Yes. But I would rather it go to like a child in need, like maybe bring it to a children's hospital or something like that. And she's like, really? I'm just like bringing it to the Salvation Army. Like, that's all I'm doing with it. So, you know, if you want it, it's yours. She's like, otherwise it's just going to go to the Salvation Army. So I was like, well, I mean, if that's the case, sure, you know, like I would love it. And, you know, he would have a wonderful home. His name's Glowy. And, Kimberly Johnson's the one who offered it to me. It was her son, Jaden. So thank you, Jaden, very much for Glowy. He is going to be cuddled and snuggled, and oh my God, I'm going to love him so much. So I was on the internet the other day, and I got an ad from Michael's. I get them all the time, and I'm still waiting for like all my coupons. Everyone's like gets all these coupons, and I just get ads, and I'm like, where's my damn coupons? Every once in a while I'll get them, and of course I get them when I don't need them, like when I have nothing to buy. That's just how it works. So they have this thing called kinetic sand, and it was actually funny. We were at the mall getting a new chain for Marin, and at the jewelry store, and there was a person playing in one of the kiosks, and they were playing with it, right? And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And so then I watched this little video about it, and I'm like, oh, I need kinetic sand. I need it. Like, this is all stuff I should be buying for Carson, and I'm just like, oh my God, I have to have it. I have to have it. So, just for you guys to know, like, when you get your pen pal stuff, like, please don't think okay, I am a total child, but some of this stuff may be a little childish, and you may look at me kind of funny, but I'm just going to add in, like, I'm trying to get everybody, like, their likes and their interests or hobbies, that kind of stuff, which I'm finding out is turning out to be a lot more difficult of a task than I thought. I don't know what I thought, to be honest with you, and that's really why the pen pal letters have not gone out, because most of them I have written. It's just a matter of buying the little goodies for you guys, and you know, I don't know, it's harder than it, you know. I'm finding I have to go to the mall, and then I have to go to this store, and I have to go to that store. Like, I was kind of hoping I could do like one-stop shopping and just get a little something here and there, but again, I don't want you guys to like be disappointed in what I give you. So yeah, so that's the case. I don't know, it's kind of crazy, but so that's why they haven't gone out yet, and I feel bad because I've actually gotten like more than one letter from, you know, one person, I think, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm so behind. I'm just like, oh man, it's crazy. But it's funny because I look at some people who do like get mail from subscribers and, you know, friends and stuff like that, and off their YouTube, and they get like a ton. Like Graveyard Girl, for example, gets like so much mail, and I laugh to myself because I'm saying to myself, I'm like, you know what, I didn't want, you know, I'm not asking for anything, so I'm not asking she does like Swamp Family Mail or something. Like, I'm not asking for stuff, and I specifically tell people when they email me for my address, you know, this is how it works. You write me a letter and tell me your likes and dislikes and a little bit about you, your family, whatever, because I want to know, you know, I want to get to know you guys better and stuff like that. And then, you know, put in some of your hobbies, favorite colors, that kind of stuff. Just give me a little gist as far as, you know, what to get, like some, you know, along the same lines. Like, if you hate lollipops, I don't want to give you a lollipop, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, and, you know, I'm watching Graveyard Girl, and I'm watching her mail hauls, and I'm like, you know, she gets so, I mean, people buy her shoes and all this other, and I'm like, this is kind of nuts. And there's no way, she has stuff stacked from like floor to ceiling, and I'm like, there is no way this girl responds to people, because I posted, does she ever respond to people's letters? Like, does she ever send a letter back? And I'm just curious, because I look at what she gets and I'm like, oh my God. And even if it's just a letter with like a little drawing on it, whatever, I think it's cute, and I think it's, you know, it's so cute. But I'm like, I would feel obligated to send every single person at least a thank you note. You know what I mean? And her stuff is insane. So, you know, I kind of went off that, except that I wanted to do for you guys. So I wanted to just get to know you guys better with just a letter, and then be able to give you guys a little gifty gift. And it's just not turning out the way that, I shouldn't say it's not turning out. It will turn out wonderful. When Chris gets off her ass and can finally, like, you know, find all this stuff. Because I've wasted so much time, you guys, like going to stores and just not finding the right thing. Like, I'll put something in my cart, and then I'll like reread my list, because I have a list of everybody and your likes and your dislikes and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, I look at it some more and I put it away. I'm like, no, that's not quite right. And, you know, you think I'm shopping for family for Christmas or something like that, and I don't want to give you guys like the ugly sweater. You know what I mean? It's just so, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of nuts. So that's just my OCD. So I apologize, everybody. Like I said, most of your letters are written. It's just a matter of getting the little gifty gift to go in there. So I got to go from store to store to store to store. And it's just kind of a lot of work. So it just amazes me, like I said, when I see people like Graveyard Girl, who I love. I mean, I love watching her videos, but when I see Mail Haul Day, I actually kind of skip over those now. I used to like to watch them, and now I kind of skip over those videos, because, you know, there's no way in God's green earth, if you guys have ever watched her Mail Haul Days, that she responds to these people. I mean, she gets stuff from like China and, you know, Australia and all this other stuff, and, you know, it's like, there's no way. Like, if someone sent me a, like, you know, $500 pair of shoes, I would be like, I would send it back. I'd be like, that's insane, that's craziness. But you know, it's just kind of nuts. So, and I know there's no way, and like I said, I would feel obligated to at least send a thank you note. So it's just kind of crazy. So that was my thoughts. I'm almost at my mother's house, so we can go grocery shopping. But those are my thoughts kind of for the day. I don't really have too much planned. I am super tired. I didn't go to bed as early as I should have last night, because I knew I had to be up, and I knew I had to go do this with my mom. I hate grocery shopping, you guys. I hate it. I want to do Peapod. I want to have it all delivered. Marin yells at me. He's like, that's for old people. And I'm like, no, it's for people who can't stand shopping, you know? But whatever. So I almost did Peapod, but then you have to order between a certain time and a certain time, and then you have to be there. And I was supposed to also help my mom clean out some stuff today out of the house, as far as, because she's having a tag sale, so she wants to like sort through stuff. So I said, Mom, can we do that tomorrow? Like, I really can't do it today. I just can't. It's just too much for me. So anyway, those are my thoughts for the day, guys. I will probably be back on after grocery shopping on my way home, because like I said, it really helps me. This is the longest, you guys, I have traveled out of my circle. I need a pat on the back. I really do. My security circle in eons, and it's because of you guys, because I'm talking to you guys, that I'm able to do this, and I love you guys so, so much. You have no idea how much you guys help me with my panic and my anxiety. Even when I'm just not feeling good or I'm feeling panicky, I get on, I do a video, I talk to you guys, and it is so, so, so helpful. So I'm here. I made it. Like, I normally never come to my mom's. I don't, even though it's like 2 exits up. I know for most people who don't have panic disorder or agoraphobia that you guys don't get it, you don't understand it, and that's fine, you know what I mean? But for you guys who do understand it, oh my God, like, you guys are awesome. So I love you. I will be back later on my way home. So I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, it's me again, back from grocery shopping. What an ordeal. If you can see my wonderful grocery bags in the back seat. This car is not designed for grocery shopping for one family, never mind 2. It was pretty funny trying to get all this stuff in here. And you know what? We went to Big Y, and I normally don't go there, but I was like, oh, you want to go to Big Y? Because I thought maybe they'd have like better selection or something like that. No, I couldn't find anything. I didn't know what anything was. Drove me nuts. Absolutely nuts. I hate grocery shopping anyway. We should have just gone to Stop and Shop, although I don't know if her Stop and Shop would have been set up the same as my Stop and Shop, but oh my God. I was like, seriously, people? I was not happy. So yeah, so the shopping is done. I don't know if I actually got everything that I needed. I'm trying to really tighten this so it doesn't jiggle. I don't know why it's jiggling. It's jiggling. It's jiggling like Jell-O. It's supposed to be non-vibration, non-jiggle docking station. Well, it's freaking jiggling. So anyway, yeah, so grocery shopping's done. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna unpack my groceries. I may finish watching, I've been watching this amazing documentary, you guys. It's on YouTube. If you guys have Showtime, it's gonna be on a weekly basis, but if you don't have Showtime, you can watch the first episode. I linked it on my Facebook page if you guys are friends with me or whatever. It's called Years of Living Dangerously, and of course, I started to watch it because Ian Somerhalder has an episode that he does, but it's got Harrison Ford and Don Cheadle and all these other people, and this one was about I can't never say this word, deforestation, and you know, that's when they burn down the forest so that they can plant crops, and this mostly happens in like Indonesia and stuff like that, and even though it's illegal, they're doing it anyway, and they have a lot of problems with, they're trying to buy the land, these environmentalists are trying to buy the land so that it doesn't happen and they can preserve, because what happens is, you know, a normal tree produces, you know, brings in carbon dioxide and throws out oxygen. And what happens when they do this deforestation, I'm probably not saying that right, but what happens is they burn down all these trees, and so all this carbon is released at once. And what they were saying was this jungle in Indonesia, it was crazy. Like, if you took a third of the cars that, you know, produce emissions, because our cars produce emissions, you know, carbon dioxide emissions. But if you took a third of the cars out of LA, that's the equivalent of, you know, the deforestation thing or whatever. Like, it was kind of crazy. Like, I was like, wow. And then they had this projection on the global warming. And, you know, it was funny because it goes from like a bunch of different sides. Like, the people in Texas, like in the Bible Belt and stuff, you know, they're in this huge drought. And, you know, people are having to sell their cattle, you know, most of their livestock and everything like that. And, you know, so they're losing money, and their kind of factories are shutting down. People are losing their jobs. And, you know, all because of global warming, because of this big, huge drought that's going, you know, drought that's going on. And, you know, in the Bible Belt, they're saying, you know, no, it's just, you know, God's way. And it's, you know, it's a 20-year cycle. Everything cycles, the cycle of life, all this other stuff and everything. And nobody really wants to take responsibility for their actions when it comes to this subject. And I know for some this might be really boring, so I apologize. You can shut this off if I'm boring you. But this is something I'm very, very passionate about, and it really drives me crazy, like when, you know, we all can do our little part. And this may sound preachy, but even if it's just recycling, reusing, repurposing things, you know, I mean, is it much easier? I don't think it's much easier, but is it easier to just throw stuff in the garbage? Sure, it is. But you know what? Like, I have my garbage right next to my recycling. Like, and that's just as easy to throw it in the recycling as it is to throw it. I'm constantly with the boys pulling out stuff out of the garbage and putting it in recycling. So I'm like, oh my God, you guys, you know, and then I take it out once a week. I mean, I actually need a bigger recycling bin, but they won't allow it in our condo. So that's not going to happen. But anyway, so, you know, it's just the little things. And I'm actually teaching Dante, you know, I think once kids get into their like 20s and stuff like that, they really don't care about that stuff. So I'm really trying to teach him young the responsibilities. In fact, he just did a report on the Ian Somerhalder Foundation. And for those of you that don't know, I mean, I'm a crew member, so I volunteer when they need help here in Connecticut, whether it's cleaning up beaches, that kind of stuff. But it's not just about saving the environment. It's about really global change in general, because they're building an animal sanctuary, and they're going to actually like employ troubled teens, troubled kids, bullies. And what they're really trying to do is show these kids, like, if these bullies can have, you know, as children can have compassion for animals, then they can learn compassion for people. You know what I mean? So it's sort of teaching compassion and stuff like that. So he did he was so funny because he's like, Mom, I have to do this report. And guess what I'm doing it on? I'm like, what? Like, I had no idea. He's like, the Ian Somerhalder Foundation. I'm like, do you know anything about it? He goes, Mom, I've already done my rough draft. He goes, I researched it. I was on the page, you know, I clicked all the links. I read everything, you know, and I was like, can I read it? So he's like, sure. So I'm reading this and I'm like, wow, he really did. He really researched everything. And it's so cool, you know, and it just makes me so proud. And really that's where we have to start, is with our youth. So, you know, I can do as much as I can do, but, you know, and you guys can do as much as you can do, but the problem is that, you know, it's a little too late for us now. You know what I mean? But, you know, I want my grandson, my son, my grandson, my great-grandchildren, whatever, I want them to have a planet to live on. You know, can you imagine them with drought and famine and, you know, living in like you're living in basically in a third world country? It's going to happen, you guys. And, you know, I don't know. Like I said, it's just my personal opinion. It's something I'm passionate about. I know some people really could care less because they're like, well, I'll be dead. Yeah, you will be. But what about your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren? Like I said, you know, I mean, I'll be dead too, but I can do any little thing I can do. In fact, it was funny. I was just talking to my mom. I said, you know, if I could have an electric car, I would, because I really wanted to get a Ford has a car that's like totally electric, and I really wanted one. The problem is here in Connecticut, and I don't know how they are like in Cali or anything like that, if they're more, you know, advanced in this stuff. It's fine for me to have an electric car, except there's no stations to plug them into. Like, people don't want to, the car industries and stuff, they don't want to pay for that. So instead we're burning fossil fuels that are just destroying our environment, and it's horrible. So, you know, I bought the best car that I could as far as emissions and fuel economy and that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, you gotta kind of, like I said, you'd never catch me, you know, in a, you know, gas guzzler, like a huge, you know, Hemi pickup or anything. Like, you just wouldn't. I just think it's horrible. I mean, if you need something like that for work, I get it. But even those, like, you can burn diesel fuel, you know, get a diesel or something. I mean, every little bit helps. I know this is like so rambling and whatever, but it's just something that I'm really, really passionate about. Anyway, so it's called The Years of Living Dangerously. You can find it on YouTube. I know that if if you probably go to the Ian Somerhalder, I'm going to post it on my ISF Connecticut page too. If you guys are members of that or not, I have a page dedicated to the Ian Somerhalder Foundation and stuff that's going on and everything, and just really interesting articles and stuff and little easy ways that you can, you know, do your part or whatever. But I think I did post the whole. But you can find clippets, but there's the whole version is also available on YouTube. In fact, I'm almost done with it now. It's really scary. Seriously scary for people to be saying that, you know, it's not us. It's not me. I'm not doing it. No, you are. You are doing it, you know? I mean, every cigarette butt that you throw on the ground, you know, I mean, that's not gonna, you know, decompose for like 200 years, if ever. Styrofoam never decomposes. You know what I mean? It's really kind of crazy. So, you know, I use reusable cups. You know, I go, you know, when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, and plus I buy the cup, and then I can go to Dunkin' Donuts, get it refilled, and it's cheaper. You know, so I get money off my coffee just to bring my cup in. You know, I don't know. I don't do paper plates, don't do, you know, I do plastic, obviously you can see that, but I make sure I recycle. You know, I mean, I should do paper, but, you know, I do the best. Like I said, I do what I can. I don't do everything correctly, obviously, but, you know, you gotta just do what you can do, even if it's just recycling. You know, because it really does make a difference. If you think about it, if every person did just one extra thing, like say you already recycle, right? Well, just decide you're going to do one extra thing. And then, you know, if everybody did that, the domino effect would be just so amazing. So anyway, I'm almost on my way home. I have to unpack these groceries and put them away. And normally, it's funny because normally Marin's the guy who does the freezer stuff, because I cannot get stuff to fit in that freezer. And my freezer's pretty packed right now, and I got a lot of stuff that still needs to go into it. So I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be pulling stuff out, putting it back in, and pulling it out and putting it back in. He's just like a jigsaw puzzle person. He seems to just be able to figure it out and do it. I can't do that. I don't know why, but I can't. So anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go because I got to go. I got to check my mail, and but that's it. That's my little talky talk for the day. And I told my mom, I said, the only reason that I was able to get to your house today was because of my wonderful, amazing subscribers that watch me and listen to me. And you guys, you really have no idea how it is really crazy. And I don't want it to sound stupid and sappy or anything like that, but you guys have really opened up my life. Like me driving to the next town over, or 2 towns over, like it's unheard of. It just doesn't happen. But now, because I can talk to you guys, and it's like almost, you know, it's like you guys are in the car with me and we're just chit-chatting. It's amazing, you know. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Seriously, I'm so looking forward to spring and going places and doing things and bringing you guys along with me. You know, it's awesome. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Mwah! Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Even if you don't like what you see, subscribe. I don't know why you would do that. It doesn't hurt, right? Like, you can click the button and never watch my videos. I don't know. I love people are like, oh, please subscribe. And it's funny because they tell you, like, oh, you know, you should always tell people to subscribe. I'm like, that's so stupid. I can't stand doing that. But, you know, whatever. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I will talk to you soon. Bye.